Finally, and thank God! What time is it?
Almost 2, it's getting light.
It's dumb. I came in here to meet them at the door. I fell asleep. Sat down right here and fell asleep. You should have woke me.
I thought you had already left. Listen, that must be them!
No. They still have the luggage. Do you know that? It's been 5 years. There's no telling how she's changed. She was always a good person. Very kind, never caused a fuss. I remember one time when I was a kid, 15, 16. They had my old man working down in the store by the station. He hit me hard, right in the face. My nose started to bleed. I had to come up here to make delivery or something, and he was still drunk. And Lubov, Drevna, she was much older than I was, kind of thin. She brought me inside the house, right into the nursery here. Sat me down, this bench, and said to me, "Don't cry, poor boy. We'll live long enough to see you get married." Poor boy. My father was poor, but look at me now, all dressed up, silk purse and tan shoes. Rich now, got lots of money, but I guess if you think about it, I'm still a poor boy from the country. Tried reading this book earlier. Couldn't understand a word it said. Put me to sleep.
The dogs were barking all night long. They know their mistress is coming home.
Don't be silly.
I'm so excited I'm shaking. I may faint.
You're getting too full of yourself, Dunyasha. Look at you, all dressed up like that. That hairdo. You gotta remember who you are.
Here, the gardener sent these over. He said to put them on the dining room table.
Bring me a beer.
Right away.
It's freezing out this morning. It must be in the 30s. And the cherry blossoms are out already. I cannot abide the climate here. I have never abided it, ever. Yermolai Alexievich, would you examine something for me? Day before yesterday, I bought myself a new pair of boots. And would you listen to the way they squeak? I just cannot endure it. Do you know anything I can put on them?
Will you shut up? You drive me crazy.
Every day, something awful happens to me. But I don't complain. I just try and keep smiling. I'm going. You see what I was referring about? Excuse my expressivity, but what a concurrence. It's almost uncanny, isn't it?
You know what? That Yeppy Hodov proposed to me.
What?
I just don't know what to think. He's kind of nice. He's a real quiet boy, but then he opens his mouth and you can't ever understand what he's talking about. I mean, it sounds nice, but it just doesn't ever make any sense. I do like him though. Kind of. And he's crazy about me. It's funny, you know, every day something awful happens to him. People around here call him Double Trouble.
There really isn't this time.
Oh my god, I'm going to see.
Come on, there should be at the door.
Yes, it's nice.
Interesting mechanism. Oh, she's sick.
I'm here. Oh my goodness. You have to tell me everything.
Here we are. Oh, Mama, do you remember this room?
The nursery.
It's freezing. My hands are like ice. We kept the room the way you wanted it to. The white and lavender one.
Nursery. I slept in this room when I was a child. And I feel like a child. Oh yeah! Oh, and Varia, you're still the same as you always did, just like a nun. And oh, Dunyasha, of course I remembered you.
The train was 2 hours late. What kind of efficiency was that, eh?
And my dog loves nuts.
Really? I don't believe it. We've been up all night waiting.
I've been up for 4 nights now, and now I'm freezing.
When you went away, it was still winter, it was snowing, and now look, oh, sweetie, you're back. I have so much to tell you, sweetheart. I just can't wait. Can't wait another minute. I've got to tell you what happened.
Now what?
Yeppy Hodov proposed the day after Easter. He wants to marry me. That's all you ever talked about.
I lost all my hairpins.
I just don't know what to do about him. He really, really loves me.
My own room. Just as if I never left it. Tomorrow, I'll go take a walk in the orchard. I just wish I could get some sleep. I didn't sleep all night. I was so worried.
Pedya's here. He got here day before yesterday.
Petya?
He's staying out in the barn. Said he didn't want to bother anybody. He told me to get him up, but Varya said not to. You let him sleep, she said.
Dunyasha, go get the coffee. Mama wants her coffee.
I forgot.
You're back. Thank God you're back. My angel is home again.
You won't believe what I've been through.
I can imagine.
We got there the day just before Easter. It was cold and snowy, and Carlotta never shut up. She kept on doing those silly tricks of hers. I don't know why you had to stick me with her.
You couldn't go all that way by yourself. You're only 17.
We get to Paris, and everyone was smoking these awful cigarettes. Mama was living in this 5th floor apartment. We had to get up there. We get there, and there's all these French people. And there was this old priest reading some old book, and I just felt so sorry for Mama. I just threw my arms around her and couldn't let go. She was so happy to see me. She cried.
I know.
And she sold the villa in Menton. And I used all the money you gave me. I haven't got a thing left. And Mama, she still doesn't understand. We have dinner at the train station, and she tips the waiter a ruble each. And Charlotta does the same. And Yasha, he expects the same treatment. You know Yasha, that flunky of Mama's, he came back with us.
I saw him, the lazy good for nothing.
So, what happened? Did you get the interest paid?
What?
Oh my God.
The place goes up for sale in August.
Oh my God.
Moo! Moo!
Man, I'd like to.
Varya, did he propose yet? But you know he loves you. Why don't the two of you just sit down and talk to each other? What are you waiting for?
I don't think anything will ever come of it. He's always so busy, he never has any time for me. He's just not interested. It's hard for me when I see him, but I don't care anymore. People talk about us getting married. People even congratulate me. But there's nothing. It's just a dream. Oh, you've got a new pin, a little butterfly.
Oh, I know. Mama bought it for me. You know, while I was in Paris, I went for a balloon ride.
You're at home again. You know, dearie, I spend the livelong day trying to keep this place running. And all I do is dream. I want to see you married off to someone rich. Then I can rest easy. Maybe then I'll go away, join a convent, spend all my time making visits to churches, just travel, Kiev, Moscow. I'd just start walking and go and go and go. That would be heaven.
Look, the birds in the orchard. What time is it?
It must be almost 3. Time for bed. Yes, that would be heaven.
I beg pardon, may I intrude? I didn't even recognize you, Yasha. You got so different out there in France. I'm sorry, who are you? When you left, I wasn't any higher than this. I'm Dunyasha. You know, Dunyasha Kasoidov. Don't you remember me?
Oh, well, you sure got cute, didn't you?
Now what happened?
I broke a saucer.
Wasn't that lucky?
Someone should let Mom know that Petra's here.
I told them, let him sleep.
Father died 6 years ago. And a month later, my little brother drowned. Sweet boy, he was only 7. And Mama couldn't face it. That's why she went away, just went away and never looked back. And I understand exactly what she went through. I just wish she knew that. And Petya Trofimov is Grisha's tutor. He might remind her.
The mistress will have her breakfast here. So, are you ready? Where's the cream? You've forgotten the cream.
God, I'm sorry.
You young liberty gibber. Paris. I did. I went to Paris. Had to go the whole way now. Oh, horse and buggy.
Fierce, what are you talking about?
Beg pardon? Oh. Mrs. is finally back. Get to see her at last. Now I can die happy.
How did it go again? I'm trying to remember. Yellow ball in the side pocket and a big shot off the
And
corner.
right down the middle. Oh, sister. Sister, just think. When I was little, used to sleep in this room. Now I'm almost 51. Strange, isn't it?
I'm sure passes.
Say again.
I said, time sure passes.
Who's wearing that cheap cologne?
I'm going to bed. Good night, Mama.
Oh, darling. I'm happy to be home. Really? I can't quite believe it myself.
Good night, Uncle.
Oh, God bless you, dear. Getting to look so much like your mother. Yeah, but she looks just like you did when you were her age. She really does.
She's tired to death.
Well, that's such a long trip.
Gentlemen, please. It's almost 3. Time you were going.
Oh, Varya, you're just the same. We'll just be having my coffee and then we'll all be going to bed, alright? Oh, thank you, Fierce. Oh, you old darling, you. Oh, thank you very much. I really have gotten addicted to coffee these days. I drink it day and night.
I'll just go make sure everything's unloaded.
Thank you. Thank you again, Fierce. I'm so glad that you're still alive.
He doesn't hear too well anymore.
I've got to go.
Oh.
I'm leaving for Kharkov. Sad. You know, I was looking forward to getting a chance to talk more. You look wonderful. Just the way you always did.
Better than she always did. That Paris outfit, she makes me feel young again.
Your brother here thinks I'm crude. Calls me a money grubber. That doesn't bother me. He can call he can call me what he likes. I just hope you'll trust me the way you used to. Look at me the way you used to. But my God, my father slaved for your father and grandfather. My whole family worked for yours, but you treated me different. Fact is, I forgot about all of that. And I love you like you were family. More even.
I just can't sit still. I'm just not in the mood. Go ahead and laugh. Oh, this dear old bookcase and my little desk.
Did I tell you Nanny died when you were away?
Yes, you wrote me. God rest her.
And Stacy died too. Patricia Kasoy quit his job and moved to town. He works at the police station.
Dashenka. You remember Dashenka?
Yes, of course.
My daughter?
Yes.
Anyway, she sends her regards.
Oh, okay.
Well, I've got some wonderful news to tell you. Afraid there's no time. I've got to be off. Fine. I can make this brief. You know you haven't kept up the mortgage payments on your place here. So they foreclosed and the cherry orchard is up for sale. At auction. They set a date already, August 22nd. Don't you worry, you can rest easy. We can take care of this. I've got a great plan now. Here's how it works. The place here is only an hour's ride from town. From there, it's just another hour to the train station. So all you need to do is clear the land, sell it, build vacation homes, and I swear it'll bring in 25,000 by the end of the year, maybe more.
What an outrageous thing to say.
Excuse me. I don't think I quite understand what you're saying.
The location's terrific. The river's a real selling point. Only thing is, got to start clearing right away. This house, for instance, will have to go. We'll have to cut down that old cherry orchard.
My dear man, I don't think you quite understand. Cut down the cherry orchard. Our cherry orchard is a national landmark. It's famous for miles around.
The only thing famous about it is how big it is. You only get cherries every 2 years, and even then you can't get rid of them. There's just nobody to buy them. It's not a commercial crop.
Our cherry orchard is mentioned in the encyclopedia.
Well, we've got to think of something to do and then do it. Otherwise, the cherry orchard will be sold at auction on August 22nd, this house, and all the land with it. There isn't any other way to do it. There just isn't.
Now, back in my day, used to make the most wonderful things. There'd be preserved cherries, there'd be dried cherries, there'd be pickled cherries, there'd be cherry jam, and sometimes...
Oh, fierce. Just shut up.
Sometimes they'd send them off Moscow by the wagon load. People paid a lot for them back then. Back then they tasted so sweet, and they smelled just delicious. Back then, people knew how to fix them.
Does anybody know how to fix them nowadays?
No, I forgot.
Tell us about Paris. What was it like? Did you eat frogs?
No, but I ate crocodiles.
It was a lovely story.
Right,
Mama, a couple of telegrams came through. Here they are.
They're from Paris. I'm through with Paris.
Liuba, have you any idea how old that bookcase is? You know, last week, I pulled out the bottom drawer. There was the date, burned right onto the back, right into the wood. 100 years! That bookcase is exactly 100 years old. What do you say to that? Eh? We should have a birthday celebration! Of course, it's an inanimate object any way you look at it, but, well, it's a bookcase.
Yeah.
100 years old? Really? I don't believe it!
Yes! Yes, it is! Oh, dear old bookcase. Wonderful old bookcase. I rejoice in your existence. For 100 years, you have borne the shining ideals of goodness and justice. 100 years have not dimmed your silent summons to useful labor. To generations of our family, you have inspired us with hope, a belief in a better future, and instructed us with ideals of goodness and social awareness.
Right. Well,
Oh, Leona. You're the same as ever.
Yellow ball in the side pocket.
well, I've got to be off.
Oh, is it perhaps time for your pills?
No. Dear lady, never take medicine. It won't do you any good. Won't do any harm either, though. Watch. There. I'll go. Are you out of your mind? I've just taken all of your pills for you.
Glutton!
Oh, there. You remember the holiday Abercrombie pickles?
What's he mumbling about?
That's it.
It's been going on like that for the past 3 years. We're getting used to it by now.
It's getting senile.
Oh, Carlotta! I didn't get a chance to say hello.
First you want to kiss my hand, then you want to kiss my elbow, then you want to kiss my shoulder.
My lucky day.
Carlotta, show us a trick.
Yes, do, Carlotta, show us a trick.
I know, I'm up with it.
Well, see you all in 3 weeks. Bye. Farewell.
Goodbye.
You got to be off. I sort of hate to leave. And think over what I said about selling the place. You decide to do it? I'll get you a loan of $50,000. Think it over.
Please just go.
Going. Going.
What a bore. Oh, excuse me. Pardon? That's Varya's boyfriend. He's going to marry our Varya.
Uncle, will you not talk such nonsense?
Oh, Bavaria, that's wonderful. He's a fine young man. One of the finest. In fact, the very, very finest. My Dushenka always says, she says a lot of things. Dear lady, yes, always respected you. You think that you could lend me, say, 240 rubles mortgage payment, due
We
tomorrow?
can't. We don't have any.
I'm afraid it's true, we haven't any money. Oh, I'll get it somewhere. Ha! I never give up hope. There was a time that I thought that I was finished. It was all over, and all of a sudden, boom! The railroad cut across my leg and paid me for it. You'll see, something will turn up tomorrow and the next day. Dushenka will win $200,000 in the lottery. She just bought a ticket. Oh, coffee's all gone. I suppose we should head to bed.
You've got the wrong trousers on again. What am I supposed to do with
Anya's asleep. Look at the sunrise. It's not as cold as it was. Look at the trees. Smell the perfume. Oh Lord, the orioles are singing.
The whole orchard is white. You remember, Lihuba? That long path stretched out like a ribbon in the moonlight. Oh, you remember? You haven't forgotten.
Oh, my childhood, my innocence. I slept in this room when I was a child, and I could look out over this very window and see the orchard. White, 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 my whole orchard is white. Autumn was dark and drizzly, and winter was cold. But now here you are again, flowering with happiness. If only I could shake this weight I've been carrying. If only I could forget my past.
Now they're selling the cherry orchard to pay our debts. Strange, isn't it?
Oh, what a glorious orchard, and the blue sky.
You want
And
one
the-
right now? I didn't mean to disturb you. I just wanted to say hello. They told me to wait until later, but I couldn't.
It's Petya Trofimov.
Petya Trofimov? I was your little boy Grisha's tutor. Have I really changed that much?
Liuba. That'll do. That'll do.
Oh, Petya, I told you to wait until tomorrow.
Misha, my son. Misha, my boy.
Oh, Mama, don't. It was God's will.
There.
My son. Gone. Lost forever. What for? Why? Anya is asleep, and here I am, carrying on like this. Petya, what's happened to you? You look dreadful.
Some lady on the train called me a high-class tramp.
You used to be so lovely back then. Just a boy right out of high school. And now you got glasses and your hair is getting gray.
Oh.
My God, haven't you graduated yet?
Oh, I do suppose I'm what you call a permanent graduate student.
Well, I suppose it's time for bed. You got an old too, Leonid.
Time for bed. Time to go. my gout. I better stay the night. Now, dear, look, Lyubov, tomorrow morning I need 240 rubles.
Oh, he never gives up, does he?
240 rubles. My mortgage payment's due. Darling, I'm sorry. We don't have any money. But dear, I'll give it right back. It's such a trivial amount.
Oh, all right. Leonid will get you the money. Leonid, give him the money.
I should give him the money. That'll be the day.
Oh, but you have to. He needs it. Besides, he'll give it back.
She still thinks money grows on trees. My good man, will you leave us, please? Go back to the barn, where you belong.
Leonid Andreevich, you are the same as you always were.
What did he just say to me?
Your mother came in from the country to see you. She's been sitting in the kitchen now for 2 days,
God,
waiting.
Why can't she leave me alone?
You really are disgraceful.
And that is all I need right now. Because she hasn't waited until tomorrow.
Mama hasn't changed. She's still the same as ever. If it were up to her, she'd give away everything.
Yes. Someone gets sick, you know, and the doctor tries one thing, then another. That means there's no cure. I've been thinking and racking my brains, and I come up with one thing, then another, and the truth is, none of it will work. It'd be wonderful. Someone had left us a lot of money. Wonderful if we could marry Anya off to someone with a lot of money. Wonderful if we could visit her godmother in Yaroslavl, get the money from her. She's very, very rich.
Only God would help us.
Don't cry. She's very, very rich, but she doesn't like us. Because her sister married a mere lawyer instead of a man with a title. She married a lawyer, and then her behavior has not been exactly, how shall I put it, particularly exemplary. She's a wonderful woman. She's good-hearted. She's charming. She's my sister. Of course, I love her very much. There are extenuating circumstances. But the truth is, she's what you'd have to call a loose woman. And she doesn't care who knows it. You can feel it in every move she makes.
Anya's here.
What? Oh, how funny. Must have gotten something in my eye. I can't see too well. Did I tell you what happened Thursday at the county courthouse?
And why are you still awake?
I couldn't sleep. Kitten, my dear child, you're more than just my niece. You're my whole world. You're my angel. Believe me, believe me.
I believe you, Uncle. But, Uncle dear, you should learn not to talk so much. I mean, the things you were saying about Mama, about your own sister? What were you saying all that for?
I know. It's awful. I know. The truth is, I just don't realize how stupid I sound until I'm done. My God! Just a minute ago, I was giving a speech to a piece of furniture. It was so stupid! I just don't realize how stupid I sound until I'm done.
She's right, Uncle. You just have to learn to keep still. That's all.
If you do, you'll feel much better. You know you.
I will. I promise. Only, right now, I have to talk a little more business. On Thursday, at the county courthouse, there was a group of us talking, just this and that. And I figured out I might be able to arrange a promissory note to pay off the mortgage.
Only God would help us.
Your mother will go to Lopakin. You can't refuse to help her, and I'm going in again on Tuesday. And you, as soon as you're rested, you'll go to Yaroslavl and you'll speak to your godmother. You're operating on 3 fronts at once. We're sure to succeed. I swear by my honor. I swear by my happiness. The estate will not be sold. You can have my hand on it. You can call me dishonorable, call me anything you want. But if I ever see this estate go on that auction block, I swear by my entire existence.
You're so smart, Uncle. You're such a wonderful man. Now I'm happy again.
Andreich, why are you not in bed like decent, God-fearing people?
Fierce. I'm coming. I can get dressed myself. You go to bed. All right, children. Nighty-night. We'll talk about the details tomorrow. I'm a man of the 80s, you know. People don't think much of that era now, but had the courage in my convictions and often had to pay the price. These locals all love me. They all love me. You just have to get to know them and just, Uncle, please.
That's enough, Uncle.
Right.
Good night, Andreich.
I'm coming, Fierce. Good night, children. Yellow bones.
I don't much want no evil squabble, and I don't much like my godmother. But I feel better now, thanks to Uncle.
We've got to get some sleep. You know, something came up since you left. Remember all those old retired servants living out back? Helena, Old Carp, and all of them? Well, the thing is, what they started doing is inviting people in to spend the night. It was really annoying, but I didn't say anything. But then what they started doing was telling people all I was giving them to eat was beans, because I was so cheap, you see. It was that Old Carp who was doing it. So I called him in and I said, "Old Carp, you idiot," and Anya? She's asleep. Come on, dearie. Time for bed. Come on.
All those bells. Uncle. Uncle and Mama dear.
Come on. Time for bed.
My sunshine. My springtime.
Got a birth certificate, so I just like to think of myself as young. When I was little, Mama and my father would go around to fairs and put on shows, good ones. I would do tricks like backflips and such. Then after they died, this old German woman brought me up, taught me a few things. Then I grew up and had to go to work as a governess. Where I'm from, who I am, no idea. Maybe my parents weren't even married. No idea. I feel like talking all the time, but there's no one to talk to. No one.
What do I care for the rest of the world, or care what it cares for me? Very agreeable, playing a mandolin.
That's not a mandolin, it's a guitar.
When a man is madly in love, a guitar is a mandolin. As long as my heart is on fire with love, and no one I love loves me.
Those people sound like hyenas!
But it must have been just lovely being in Europe.
Oh yes, quite lovely. I have to agree with you there.
That's understandable. In Europe, things have already come to a complex.
I suppose you could say that.
I am a true product of the educational system. I read all the time, and all the right books too. But I have no chosen directive in life. For me, strictly speaking, it is live or shoot myself. That's why I always carry a loaded pistol.
What?
See?
All done. Time to go. You're a very smart man, Chekhov, and a very scary one. Oh, the woman must adore you. All these dumb men. And yet there's still no one to talk to. And I still don't know who I am or why. No idea. No idea at all.
I should explain, by the way, for sake of expressivity, that fate has been rigorous to me. I am, strictly speaking, tempest-tossed. Now you may say to me, oh, you're just imagining things. But then why? When I woke up this morning, here's an example. I look down on my stomach and what do I see? A spider. Detrimentally large, too big as that. Or take a beer. I go to drink it, and what do I see floating around in it? Something highly detrimental, like a cockroach. Have you ever read Henry Thomas Buckle? Very designed to disturb you, Avdotia Feodorovna, with something I have to say.
So say it.
Preferentially alone.
All right. Only first, get me my wrap. It's by the kitchen door. It's getting kind of damp.
Ah, yes, the rap, of course. Now I know what to do with my gun.
Double trouble. He's an idiot, if you ask me.
I hope to God he doesn't shoot himself. I get upset over every little thing anymore. Ever since I started working for them here, I've gotten used to their lifestyle. Just look at my hands. Look at how white they are, like I was rich. I'm different now from like I was. I'm more gentle, more sensitive. Everything upsets me. It's just awful how things upset me. So if you cheat on me, Yasha, I may just have a nervous breakdown.
Oh, you little cutie. Just remember though, a girl has to watch her step. What I'm looking for is a nice girl.
I really love you, Yasha. I really do. You're so smart, you know so many things.
Yeah, but my theory is, if a girl says she loves you, she's not a nice girl. It's lovely being out here in the fresh air. Someone's coming, it's them. Go back to the house. Make believe you've been swimming in the river or something, just so they don't believe we've been meeting here like this. I don't want them to think that.
Your cologne is giving me a headache.
Listen, you have to give me an answer. You want to sell the orchard or no? One word. Yes or no?
Who's been wearing that cheap cologne? Everything's so convenient now that there's a train station. We just went into town just to have lunch. What do you say to that? How about we go back to the house, eh? Have ourselves a little game.
Let's wait till later.
Why won't you give me an answer?
To what? No, I used to have a lot of money yesterday. And today it's all gone. And poor Baria has to economize and feed us all in soup. And the poor old people get nothing but beans. And I just spend and spend and spend. Oh, allow me. Thank you, Yasha. And why did we have to go into that restaurant of yours? With those stupid musicians and the stupid waiters and those stupid tablecloths that smell like soap. And why do we drink so much, Rihanna? Why do we eat so much? Why do we talk so much? We're talking about everything and none of it made any sense. Talking about 70s, about symbolism. To who? The waiters? Talking about symbolism to the waiters.
Yes.
I'm incorrigible, I suppose. Oh, what are you doing here? Why are you always underfoot every time I turn around?
Because every time I see you,
Dear Leonid. I laugh. Either he goes or I do.
Oh, Yasha, please go, won't you?
Yes, I'm going. Right this very minute.
Do you know who Deriganov is? Do you know how much money he has? You know he's planning on buying your place. They say he's come to the auction himself.
Who told you that?
Everybody in town knows about it.
The old lady in Yaroslav will promise to send money. When and how much she didn't say.
How much will she send? 10,000? 20,000?
More like 5,000, and we're lucky to get that much.
Excuse me, but you people are the pair of the most impractical, unbusinesslike, most insane people I have ever met. The minute I'm gonna be shouting my head off. You know what? I give up. I give up. And you're worse than an old lady.
What say?
I said you're an old lady.
Oh, my dear, please. Come on. Sit down. We'll think of something.
Something to think of.
Just don't go. These are easier in your mouth. Keep waiting for something to happen. It's like this whole house is gonna fall down around our ears.
Yellow ball in the side pocket. Clean shot.
We're all guilty of so many sins, I know.
Sins?
Some say I've eaten up my entire inheritance in candy.
All my sins. I've never been good with money. I've just spent it all away like a mad woman. I married a man who could never pay a bill in his life. He was an alcoholic and he drunk himself to death on champagne. And I was so unhappy. I fell in love with another man, unfortunately. Had an affair with him. And that was the first thing. Right there, by the river. My boy Grisha. Just gone. And I just ran and ran and ran. I went to France and that man, he followed me. He just wouldn't let up. And we bought a villa in Anton because he got sick. And for the next 3 years, I never had a moment of peace. He tormented me from his sick bed. I could feel my soul dry up. We couldn't afford the villa anymore, so we moved to Paris. And when we got there, he took everything I had left and ran off with another woman. And I wanted to kill myself. And it was so stupid, so shameful. And finally, all I wanted to do was to come home. To the place I was born. My daughters. And you know, this came from Paris. He says he's sorry. Now he wants me back. Where's that music coming from?
It's our famous local orchestra. Remember? 2 fiddles, clarinet, double bass.
We should have them over. For a party.
I don't hear anything. La la, just a little bit of money makes a lady very French. Went to the theater last night, saw this musical. Very good, very funny.
I bet there's nothing funny about it. You have to stop watching play acting and start living a real life. You can't just mindlessly wander. It's boring and dumb.
I guess you're right. It is a really dumb life we lead.
Where are you going?
Anywhere. We should get him married.
You should get married.
Oh, yes, sir. Oh, Put this on.
Oh,
It's getting to be damp.
oh, fears you're getting to be a bore.
That's so. Went out this morning, didn't even tell me.
Oh dear. You've gotten so old.
Beg pardon?
She says you've gotten old.
Oh. No. They were trying to marry me off way back before your daddy was born. Oh, I remember. When we all got our freedom back, I was already head butler. I had all the freedom I needed, so I stayed right here with the masters. Man, I remember. Everyone was getting so excited. I'm not sure they ever knew what they were getting excited about.
Oh, sure. Things were wonderful back in the good old days, remember? I would have the right to beat you if I wanted.
That's right, servants stood by their masters, masters stood by their servants. Nowadays it's all mixed up, you can't tell who's who.
I have to go into town on Tuesday. I have to talk to someone who might be able to arrange a loan, some general.
He's making things up. There is no general.
Here come our young people.
Oh, yes, right this way, right over here. Yes, yes. Right here. Oh, if only you both knew how much I love you. Yes, right by me. Good.
Our permanent graduate student seems to spend all of his time studying the ladies.
Mind your business, will you?
The question. When you look at me, Petya, what do you see?
When I look at you, Leonid Andreev, what I see is a rich man. One who will soon be a millionaire. You're as necessary to the evolution of the species as the hungry animal that eats everything in its path.
You should forget biology, Petty, and stick to counting stars.
Oh, I want to know more about what we were talking about last night.
What were we talking about?
About human dignity.
Ah, yes. We talked about a lot last night, but we didn't really get anywhere. You people talk about human dignity as if it were something mystical, and I suppose it is anyway. For you anyways. But when you really get down to it, what do we as humans have to be proud of? Biologically, we're pretty minor specimens, the vast majority of which are vulgar, unhappy, and totally undignified. We gotta stop patting ourselves on the back and get down to work.
You still have to die.
Who says? What does that even mean, to die? Maybe we have 100 senses, and all we lose when we die are the 5 we're familiar with. The other 95 go on living.
Oh, Petya, you're so smart.
Oh, yes. Very.
Remember, humans are constantly progressing, and their power keeps growing. There are things that seem impossible nowadays, and there will come a day when they're no problem at all. Only we have to work towards that day. We don't do that, you know. Most people in this country, people I come into contact at the university, for instance, they're supposed to be educated, but they're not interested in the truth. They're not interested in much of anything, actually. They certainly don't do much. They call themselves intellectuals and think that that gives them the right to look down on the rest of the world. They don't read anything worthwhile. They're completely ignorant where science is concerned, and art, they talk about art and they don't even know what it is that they're talking about. They're so full of themselves, full of all these theories and ideas. But when you go into the cities where they live, all you find is miles and miles of slums, where people go hungry, packed into tenements full of cockroaches and garbage, and their lives are full of violence and immorality. So what are all those theories for? To keep people like us from seeing all that? Where are the daycare centers and the literacy programs that they talk about? When you go into the cities where they are, you can't find them. All you find is dirt and ignorance and crime. That's why I don't like all these theories, all this talk. It bothers me, makes me afraid. that's all our talk is good for, then we'd better just shut up.
I get up 12 in the morning every day till 5 o'clock. And, you know, in my business, there's a lot of money involved, so I get to see and work with other people, get to see what they're like. And you just try to get anything accomplished in this world. You see how few good, decent people there really are. Sometimes at night I can't sleep and I think to myself, dear God, you gave us this beautiful earth to live on. Wide fields, majestic mountain ranges, broad horizons. By rights, we should be giants.
What do you want real giants for? The only good giants are those in fairy tales. Real ones. Death. Oh, there goes Yeppy Hoda. There goes Yeppy Hoda.
The sun, ladies and gentlemen, is just set.
Yes.
Oh, wondrous nature, cast upon us your eternal rays, forever beautiful, forever indifferent. Mother, we call you. Life and death reside within you. You bring forth and lay waste.
Uncle, please.
We'd rather have the yellow ball in the side pocket.
Sorry. I'll keep still.
What was that?
I don't know. It must have been very far away.
Sounded like some kind of bird. Like a heron.
Or an owl.
Makes me nervous.
It reminds me. Back before the trouble started, we heard an owl screech and the kettle wouldn't stop whistling.
For what trouble?
The day we got our freedom back.
Well, it's getting late. Suppose we should go in. Oh, Anya, what's wrong? You've got tears in your eyes.
Oh, nothing, Mama. It's all right.
Someone's coming.
Excuse me. Can anyone tell me? Can I get to the train station that way?
Yes, just right up the road that way.
Very much obliged. Wonderful weather we're having. Behold, one of the poor in spirit is trying to inherit all of the earth. Listen, think you could spare some money for a hungry man?
No, don't!
Now, hold on!
It doesn't seem like I have anything less. Here. Take that.
Very much obliged.
Get me out of here. Get me out. Mother, how could you? We don't even have enough money to pay for the servants. And you give him a gold piece.
I know. I'm just so stupid with money. But, hey, once we get back, we'll give you everything I've got left, and you can take care of it. Nikolai Alexeyevich, you lend us some money.
Of course.
Congratulations, Varia! We've just gotten you engaged!
Mother, that's nothing to joke about.
Amelia, get thee to a nunnery.
See how my hands shake. I don't know if I can play billiards anymore.
And listen, I was saying,
I'm glad that man scared Varia off. Now we can be alone.
Oh, Varia's afraid we're going to fall in love. That's why she never leaves us alone. She simply can't understand that we're above love. Our goal is to get rid of the silly illusions that keep us from being happy and free. We're moving towards the future, towards one bright star that burns on ahead of us. Come, friends, join our journey.
Oh, he talks so beautifully. It's just heavenly out here tonight.
Yes, the weather's been really good lately.
I don't know what you've done to me, Petcha, but I don't love the cherry orchard anymore. Not the way I used to. I used to think there was no place like our orchard.
This whole country is our orchard. It's a big country with lots of beautiful places in it. But Anya, just think. Your grandfather and his father and his father's father, they owned the people who slaved away all over this estate. And now the voices and faces of human beings hide behind every cherry in the orchard, every leaf, and every tree trunk. Can't you see them? Can't you hear them? And owning people has left its mark on all of you. Just look at your mother and your uncle. They live off the labor of others. They always have. They owe their entire lives to people. Those people they wouldn't even let walk in the front gate of their beloved cherry orchard. This whole country has fallen behind, and it'll take us at least 200 years to catch up. The thing is, we don't even have a real sense of our own history. I mean, we talk and we talk and we talk, and then we feel depressed, so we go out and we get drunk. If one thing is clear to me, it's this. If we want to have any life in the present, we have to get over our past. We have to make up for it. And the only way to do that is to make sacrifices and get down to work harder than we've ever worked before. Do you understand me, Anya?
The house isn't really our house. It hasn't really ever been. And I completely understand, and I'll throw it all away. I promise I will.
Yes, you will. You will. Go away from here. Throw away your house keys. You'll be as free as the wind.
Oh, you talk so beautifully.
I feel happiness coming. I can feel it coming.
Look, the moon's rising.
Anya, Anya, where are you?
Yes, it's rising. It's happiness, that's what it is. I can hear it. And even if we don't find it, someone will.
Anya, Anya, where are you?
Varya, I would like to...
Don't let her bother you. Let's just go take a walk by the river. It's so lovely out there.
Let's go.
Anya, Anya.
forgive me. These old legs. All right, a genox, irremisi to us. Right, I've heard strokes. I've already had 2 of them. I really shouldn't be dancing, but you know what they say when in Rome. Besides, I'm really strong as a horse. Oh, speaking of Romans, my father, what a joker he was. He used to claim that our family was descended from the Emperor Caligula's horse. You know, the one he made a senator. The only problem is that we have no money. So the only thing I ever think about is money.
Oh. You know, your father was right. You do look a little like a horse.
Nothing wrong with horses. Wonderful animals. If I had one, I could sell it.
You know, all that energy you spent trying to find money to pay off your mortgage? If you'd used that on something else, you could have moved the world.
Nietzsche, you know, the philosopher, a great thinker. Nietzsche, a man of genius, one of the great minds of the century. Now, Nietzsche, you know, says in his memoirs that counterfeit money is just as good as real.
Oh, I didn't know you read Nietzsche.
Well, actually, Dushenka told me, and I'm desperate enough. I'm ready to start counterfeiting. I need 310 rubles day after tomorrow. All I've got so far is 130. Here, let me show you. Oh, it's gone. My money's gone. I've lost all my money. Here it is. It slipped out into the lining of my coat. Oh, God, I'm all in a sweat.
Why isn't Leon back yet? Either the estate has been sold or it's been postponed. I don't.
Dunyasha!
All the musicians, they can take a break.
I'm sure they just postponed the auction.
Suppose it was a mistake to hire an orchestra. Or to have a party at all, even. Well, what difference does it make?
Quick! Pick a card, any card. Nope, just one.
All right, I'm thinking one.
All right, now hold the deck. Think of your card. Time's up. Don't be so emotional, big baby.
I'm sorry.
Now, eyes, Zine, try. Check your pockets.
Oh, what? That's it! The 8 of spades! Really, I don't believe it.
Quick! What's the card on top?
Oh, the top card, the Queen of Spades.
Correct. What's the card on top now?
The Ace of Hearts.
Correct.
Oh.
Hi. What a lovely day we're having. I thought the day. I couldn't agree more. Whoever you are, I adore you. I adore you too.
Bravo. I didn't even see your mouth move.
No, every magician needs an assistant. You. Eyes, Zine, try. Check your pockets.
My pockets again? What?
Oh.
How did you win these in there? Really, I don't believe it. Do you want me to juggle?
Why not?
All right.
Me.
Oh, Carlotta, you are amazing. I'm completely in love with you.
In love? What do you know about love? Guterman's Abherselestir Buthikant.
Oh, Pishik, you're just an old horse.
All right, everyone.
Watch closely. One last trick. You see this coat? I am thinking of selling it. Who wants to buy?
Really? I don't believe it.
Now, eyes, Zai, drive! Eyes,
Bravo, bravo.
one more. Eyes, Zai, drive! Enchanting. What a woman. That's all. The show is over.
Sure, I don't think it was you.
Why isn't Leona back yet? I don't understand what could possibly be taking him so long. It's quite simple. Either the estate has been sold or it hasn't. I don't understand why he must keep us in suspense like this.
Uncle bought the estate. I'm sure he has.
Oh, I'm sure.
Anya's godmother sent us power of attorney to buy the estate in her name. She agreed to take over the mortgage. She did it for Anya. So God has helped us. Uncle saved the estate.
The old lady in Yaroslavo. She sent us money, but she does not trust us. And that money's not even enough to cover the mortgage. My whole life, my whole fate, it's all being decided today.
Miss Lopakin.
And you're a permanent graduate student who's been suspended twice.
Oh, Varia, he's just teasing you. What's wrong with that? And what is wrong with Lopakin? He's a lovely man, interesting, even. And he likes you, and you love him. If you want to marry him, then do. And if you don't, don't. Nobody is forcing you to.
Mama, I can't propose myself. For 2 years now, people have talked about us getting married. Well, he never talks about it. Or he jokes about it. Oh, if I just had a little money, I'd go away and I'd join a convent.
Now there's an exalted idea.
I thought students were supposed to be smart. Used to be so nice looking. Now you've gotten so old. It's just that I need something to do all the time, Mama. It's the way I am. I can't sit around and do nothing anymore.
Petya. You shouldn't tease her like that. She's upset enough already.
Oh, she's such a busybody. Always poking her nose in other people's business. She hasn't left Anya and I alone all summer. She's afraid we're having an affair. What business is of hers? Oh, besides, it's not true. Never do something so sordid. We're above love.
And I suppose I am beneath love. Why isn't Leona back yet? Oh, I feel like as if I've gone completely mad. I'm shaking. Oh, I feel like might do something completely and totally stupid. Petya, save me! Say something! Do something!
Whether the estate is sold or not, what does it matter? You can't go back to the past. Everything here came to an end a long time ago. Just for once in your life, you have to look the truth straight in the eye. You can't go on deceiving yourself.
What truth? You seem so sure of what is and isn't true, but I'm not. I've lost sight of the truth. Young, of course, you don't expect any difficulties. Look into the future and see a brave new world. But have you ever really had to live with one of your answers? Of course you haven't, you're too young. Yes, you have more courage than my generation, and better morals, and you're better educated. But for God's sake, Petya, have any sense of what it's like for me. My father lived here, and his father, and I love this house. Without the cherry orchard, my life makes no sense. And if you have to sell it, you might as well sell me with it. And it was here that my son drowned. You know that, Petya. Have some feeling for me. You're such a good, sweet boy.
I pity you. No, I do. I really do.
You should have said that differently. Just a little differently. Haven't any sense of what it's like for me. Crazy today's been. Such a good young man. I've loved you like you were family. I'd be very happy to see you and Anya get married. You know I would. Only you must graduate. You can't just keep drifting from place to place. What kind of life is that? It's true, isn't it? Isn't that the truth? Telegrams from Paris. I get a new one every day. One yesterday, and another again today. Now see, you're giving me that superior look, Petya, but what am I supposed to do? He is sick. He's alone and he's unhappy. Who has he got to take care of him? Give him his medicine. Keep him out of trouble. And I love him. Why should I pretend like I don't or not talk about it? I love him. He is a millstone around my neck and he will drown me with him, but he is my millstone. Just don't think badly of me, Petya. Don't say anything. Don't do anything. Just don't think anything.
For God's sake, you have to face the facts. He robbed you blind.
No, you mustn't say that. You mustn't say that.
He doesn't care a thing for you, and you're the only one who doesn't seem to understand that.
And you're what? 26? 27? Of course you know nothing about love. You want to be in love yourself, but you're not. You know nothing about it.
What are you saying?
I am above love. You are not above love. You've just never gotten down to it.
That's a terrible thing to say. That's terrible. It's just terrible. I don't want to hear any more of it. I'm leaving. All is over between us.
Petya! Petya, don't be silly. Oh. Petya! It's please. Give us a speech. Give us a speech. Yes. A speech.
All right, I'm doing it. Are you happy?
Yes, I am very happy.
The splendid ballroom gleams with gold and candles. A crowd of dancers whirls around the room. And there, apart, an empty glass beside her, behold the fallen beauty, the lost, the doomed. Her lavish gown and jewels make all eyes wonder. Her shameless glance bespeaks a life of sin. Young men and old cast longing glances at her. See how her fatal beauty draws them in. Thank you.
That was amazing, Constantine.
Thank you. I'm so sorry.
You
must forgive me.
Come on here. Let's get it for each other.
What's the matter, Pops?
I don't feel too well. I used to have balls back in my day. Back then, there'd be generals and dukes and admirals. And now we have to send out for the station master and the postmaster. They're none too eager to come either. Ugh, I'm getting old and feeble. You know, the old master, their grandfather. Back in the day, whenever anybody was feeling ill, he dosed them with sealing wax. That's right, sealing wax. No matter what you had or how you felt, you'd get sealing wax. I've been taking sealing wax myself for 20 years. That's probably why I'm still alive.
Oh, you're getting boring, Pops. Time for you to crawl off and die.
Oh, I'm flirty to it.
Oh, Mercy. Oh, I've got to sit down. I'm getting tired.
There was a man in the kitchen just now. He said the cherry orchard's already been sold.
Who bought it?
He didn't say, and now he's gone.
That was just some old guy talking crazy. He wasn't from around here.
And Leonard Andreevich isn't back yet either. Oh, he went out this morning only in his top coat. He'll catch cold, you see.
I'll never live through this. Fierce,
suppose the estate is sold. Where will you go?
Wherever you tell me to.
Mom, your face, you're getting sick. You should go to bed.
Yeah, sure. I go to bed. Then who will take care of things? I'm the only one you've got.
Lyubov Andreevna, there is a favor I've got to ask you. It's very important. If you go back to Paris, please take me with you. Please, you've just got to. I positively cannot stay around here. You can see for yourself this whole country's a mess. Nobody has any culture. It's boring. The food is lousy. And then there's that old Fears drooling and like an idiot. And just please take me with you. You've just got to.
Beautiful lady. What about waltz? Just one little waltz.
All right.
You dazzler, you. And what about a loan? Just one little loan. Just 180. That's all I need. Just 180.
The missus told me to dance. There's too many gentlemen and not enough ladies. So I did. I've been dancing all night, and you know what, Fierce? Just now, the postmaster, he said something that almost made me faint.
What'd he say?
That I was like a flower. That's what he said.
What does he know about it?
Just like a flower. I'm a very romantic girl, really. I just adore that kind of talk.
You're out of your mind.
Why are you deliberating not to notice me? You act as if I wasn't here. Like I was a bug or something. Oh, life.
Excuse me?
Of course you may be right, but if you look at it, let's say from a point of view, then you're the faulty one. Because, excuse my expressivity, but you led me on into this predicament. Look at me. Every day something awful happens to me. It's like a habit, but I don't complain. I just try and keep smiling. You gave me your word, You even said...
Do you mind? Let's talk about it later. Right now, I'd rather be left alone with my dreams.
Every day, something awful, but I can look disaster in the face and keep smiling. Sometimes I even laugh.
Are you still here? Thought I told you to go home. Really, you have no consideration. Dunyasha, go back to the kitchen.
Excuse my expressivity, but you have no right to penalize
I'm not
me.
penalizing you. I'm telling you. All you do is wander around here and bump into furniture. You're supposed to be working for us, but you don't do a thing. I don't even know why we hired you in the first place.
Whether I work or not, or wander around or not, or play billiards or not, is none of your business. You do not have the know-it-all to make my estimation.
How dare you talk to me like that? How dare you? What do you mean I don't have the know-it-all? Get out of here right this minute. Right this minute.
I wish you wouldn't use language like that.
Get out of here! Out! Ugh. Double trouble. I don't want to see hide or hair of you again. I don't want to lay eyes on you again.
I'll call the police on you.
Oh, you're coming back for more, are you? All right, come on. You asked for it. Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's all right. Always appreciate a warm welcome.
I don't need appreciation. I didn't hurt you, did I?
No, no, it's just a whopping big lump, that's all.
The great man in person! Is that cognac I smell? It is. You've been celebrating. Well, so have we. Come on, join the party.
It's you.
Well, I like Sivitz. Where have you been all this time? And where's Leonid?
He's coming. We took the same train.
Happened at the auction?
The auction was all over by 4 this afternoon. We missed the first train, so we had to take the 9 o'clock. My head is really spinning.
Leonid? Leonid, for God's sake, say something!
Here. Take these. Anchovies. Imported. Haven't eaten a thing all day. No idea how much I've been through.
7 ball in the left pocket.
I'm all worn out, Pierce. Come help me get ready for bed.
What about the auction? Tell us what happened!
Has the cherry orchard been sold?
It's sold.
Who bought it?
I did. I did. No, wait, please don't go. I can't talk yet. I'm still a little mixed up about it, but the cherry orchard is sold. It's mine. Mine! Tell me I'm drunk. Tell me it's a dream. I'm making this up. But don't any of you dare laugh. God, your father and grandfather could be here now and see this. See me there. You're Malai, the boy they beat half to death who went barefoot in winter and never went to school. See how that poor boy just bought the most beautiful estate in the whole world. Bought the estate where my family were slaves, where they weren't even allowed in the kitchen. I can't believe all this is happening. See, she even left her keys. No, she isn't running the place anymore. That's all right. That's it. Let's have some music. Come on! Everybody come watch! Come on and celebrate! Come on and watch me! Watch what I do! I'm going to chop down every tree in that orchard, every damn one of them. And I'm going to develop that land. You watch me. I'm going to do something our children and grandchildren can be proud of. Come on, you musicians, play! Why didn't you listen to me? You dear woman, you dear, good woman. You can't ever go back to the past. If only we could change things. If only life were different. It's unhappy and messy.
She's crying. Come on, go in the other room. Leave her alone for a while. Come on.
What's the matter? Tell the band to keep playing. Louder! It's my house now. The cherry orchard belongs to me. I can do what I want.
Mama dear, I love you. I'll take care of you. The cherry orchard is sold. That's the truth, Mama, that's the truth. But don't cry. You still have your life to lead. You're still a good person. Come with me, Mama. We'll go someplace far away. We'll build a new orchard, even better than this one. You'll see. And you'll feel a new kind of light in your soul. Come with me, Mama. Let's go. Let's go.
Very much. It's just some of these poor locals come to say goodbye. I'm of the opinion, these people around here, they're okay, but they're just a bunch of know-nothings.
You gave them all the money you had, Liuba. You can't do that. You can't do that anymore.
I know. I'm sorry. I just couldn't help it.
Wait, please, just stay, have a glass of champagne. Just to celebrate. Come on! What's the matter? Like champagne? If I'd known that, I wouldn't have bought it. Go ahead, Yosh. You might as well.
And the girls we leave behind. That is not your real French champagne, I can tell.
Costing you enough. What's with you, Yasha?
I'm happy. Because everything worked out exactly the way I wanted it to.
It's October already, but the sun's already out. Perfect weather for home builders. Come on, everybody. We have 45 minutes till we need to go, and it's 20 minutes from here to the station. Better get a move on.
Oh, the carts are here. Must be time to be going. Just wish I could find my galoshes. Anya, where are my galoshes? Where the hell are my galoshes?
Off to Kharkov. Off to Kharkov. Spend the winter there. Been hanging around here too long. I need to be doing something. I'm not doing something with my hands. I feel like they don't belong to me.
So, we're leaving, and you're back to your useful labors in the real world.
How long you say you've been at that university again?
Come on, think up something new. You're getting boring. Listen, we probably won't ever see each other again. So do you mind me giving you a little friendly advice? As a farewell present. Don't wave your arms around so much. It's a bad habit. And this new development you're putting in. You think that's going to change the world? You think your leisure home buyers are going to become yeoman farmers? That's a lot of arm waving too. What the hell? I like you anyway. You've got nice hands. Gentle and sensitive. If you're like that on the inside too, could have been an artist.
Well, bye, boy. And I never saw eye to eye and everything, but I guess that doesn't have much to do with the price of eggs. Listen, let me lend you some money for the trip.
What for?
What for? You don't have any money.
I do too. Thanks all the same. I got paid for a translation I did a while ago. I really just wish I could find my galoshes.
Here they are, the smelly things.
What's she so mad for? These aren't my galoshes.
Listen, that's you. Last summer, I planted a big crop of poppies. 20,000 clear. When the poppy field was all in bloom, what a picture that made. So, look, I can afford to lend you some money just for the trip. Why turn your nose up at that? Think I'm some dirt farmer?
So what? Your father was a dirt farmer. Mine worked in a drugstore. And what does that prove? Oh, forget it. Listen, you could give me a couple 100,000. I still wouldn't take it. Because I'm a free man. And everything you people think is so valuable. It doesn't mean a thing to me. Whether you're rich or you're poor, you have no power over me because I am strong and I am proud. Humanity is moving on towards a higher truth and a higher happiness. I'm just ahead of the rest.
Think you'll ever get there?
I'll get there. Or I'll make sure the rest of them do.
Well, bye, boy. I'll miss you. He told me Leonid Andreevich got a job at the bank.
Oh!
It won't last. He's too lazy.
Mama asked you to please wait before you start putting down the change.
I agree, that isn't very tactful.
All right, I'll take care of it. God, it's me.
Could you make sure that Fierce was taken to the nursing home?
I told them about it this morning, so I imagine they have.
Yemi Hodov, could you please make sure they've taken Fierce to the nursing home?
I told them this morning. Why keep asking?
The aged fears, in my ultimate opinion, is beyond nursing. We ought to take him to the cemetery already. And I can only envy him.
No!
There! Finally! Wait, you know.
They took him this morning.
Why didn't take the note for the doctor?
We'll have to send it later.
Is Yasha there? Tell him his mother's in the kitchen. She wants to say goodbye.
Why can't you leave me alone? Oh, Yasha. Why won't you even look at me?
You're going away, leaving me behind.
What are you crying about? Look, 6 days from now, I will be back in Paris. Tomorrow we get on the express train and then we're off. I can hardly believe it myself. Vive la France!
Don't forget to send me a letter from Paris. Because I loved you, Yasha. I really did. I'm a very sensitive person, Yasha. I really am.
There's someone.
We should be going. We're already a little late.
We've got
It
10
smells like herring.
We've got 10 minutes, and then we absolutely must set out.
Oh, darling, look at you. You're radiant today. Are you happy? Really, truly happy?
Oh, yes, Mama. We're starting a new life.
She's right, you know. Everything worked out extremely well. Before the cherry orchard was sold, we were at our wits' ends. Remember how painful it was? Now that everything's finally over, once and for all, see, we've all calmed down. Or even rather happy. I'm going to work at the bank.
I know.
I'm about to become a financier. Yellow ball in the side pocket. You look better than you have in a long time, Nuba. You do. You know.
I know. They sleep much better now as well. Oh, thank you, Yasha. My nerves have quieted down quite a bit. Thank you. Yasha, will you make sure to get the rest of my stuff?
Yes, of course.
Thank you. Oh,
And you will come back, won't you? I'll study hard and I'll get my diploma. And we can read books like we used to. We can learn all about the new, wonderful new world. Don't forget, Mama, you promise. I promise.
Carlotta must be happy. She's singing.
Here's my little baby. Bye bye, baby. Shh, baby. Shh. Good little children don't cry. I feel sorry for the poor thing.
Don't you ever worry, Carlotta. We'll get you a job. We'll take care of you.
Varya's leaving. Everybody's just thrown us away. All of a sudden, we're useless.
Here comes the Wonder Boy!
Good morning! Good morning! Good morning! I'm
You're sure it isn't money you want? You'll all have to excuse me if I remove myself from the approaching negotiations.
Oh, I'm so glad to see you all. Dear lady, I've been a stranger. I know. And you're here too! Delighted! A man I admire! Always have. Here. Here. This is for you. 400, and I still owe you 840.
I must be dreaming. Where did you get money?
I gave them a lease on the land. The place where the clay is, a 24-year lease. These Englishmen. Dear lady, I've always respected you. Here's the 400. You've been so kind, so sweet, and you'll have the rest before you know it. You know, there was a young man on the train just now who was saying there was this philosopher who wanted us all to jump off the roof. Jump! He said jump! That was his whole philosophy. Really, I don't believe it.
What Englishmen are you talking about?
As I said, I gave them a lease on the land. The place where the clay is. A 24-year lease!
24 years!
And now, excuse me, but I'm off. Lots of people to see. Pay back what I owe. I owe money all over the place. Well, I just wanted to say hello, and I'll come back again on Thursday.
Oh, but we're going out of town today, and tomorrow I'm back to Paris.
What? You're leaving for town? Oh. Oh my. Oh, of course, the furniture's gone. And all of these trunks, I didn't realize. Great thinkers. These English. God bless you all. And be happy. I didn't realize. Well, all things must come to an end. I'll come to an end myself one of these days. And when I do, I want you all to say, Semyonov Pishik was a good old horse. God bless him. Wonderful weather we're having. Yes. Oh, and by the way, the Shanka says hello.
Now we can go. Although there are still two things on my mind. The first is old fears. We still have 5 minutes.
Oh, Mama, they already took Fears to the nursing home.
Next is our Varia. She's working hard day and night. She hasn't been getting enough sleep. She hasn't been eating much, and she has nowhere to go. No, you're Malaya Alexievich. Well, of course, you know. I always hoped she'd marry you. Yes, and like her, I know you do. You always have, and the main thing is she loves you. Really, I don't know why the two of you keep avoiding the matter.
Look, I don't know why either. Oh, all right, basta. Let's get it over with.
All right, send her right in.
Only thing is, I'm not quite sure if I can propose without you.
Oh no, but of course you can. I'll just be sending her right in.
We've even got some champagne.
Yes, perfect.
Except something just been drunk, get all down, it seems.
Fine. I'll be right back. Varia, put that down. Varia. That's funny. I can't seem to find it.
What are you looking for, Varia?
I packed it myself, but I can't remember where.
Where are you off to?
Me? I'm off to work for the Regulans. I talked to them about it already. They need a housekeeper to look after things, you know?
The Regulans. That's 50 miles away. I'm off to Kharkov. I'll be taking the same train as you, actually. Off to Kharkov. I'm gonna spend the winter there. I've got a million things waiting for me.
And who's looking after things here?
Oh, I put Yepihodov in charge.
You hired who?
Look, it doesn't matter. It's a beautiful day. The sun's already out. It was chilly this morning. I must have been in the 30s.
I didn't notice. Anyway, the thermometer's broken.
Walking.
I'll be right there.
Well, we have to go.
Right, Mama, we have to go. And I can get to the Regulans today if I don't miss the train.
Anya, get your coat. Ready to start?
Ready to start, my dear friends. On this day, this farewell to our beloved house, I cannot keep still. I feel I must say just a few words to express the emotion that overwhelms me, overwhelms us all. Yeah, Uncle, please.
That's enough, Uncle.
All right. I'll keep still. Little ball.
Yellow
Ladies and gentlemen, you've got to get going. You'll be late.
Yes. Well, I just want a few minutes to take a look at things. One last long look at everything.
I remember when I was 6, I was watching out this window. It was a holy day, Trinity Sunday. I think I saw Father on his way to church.
You got everything? So, Yepihodov. My coat. Oh, thank you.
You can count on me, Ermolai Alexievich.
Why are you talking like that all of a sudden?
I had a drink, water went down the wrong way off.
You keep an eye on things around here, Yepihodov.
Right, well, suppose we should be going. We got everything?
I believe so.
There won't be a soul left in this place.
Wait until you see what happens next spring.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've got to get going. You'll miss your train.
We have everything. Got to lock up.
Mustn't miss the train.
Because I wouldn't want to miss.
No, hello, new life.
Till next spring.
Oh, sister.
Think of everything these walls have seen. My life, my orchard, my happiness, gone. All gone.
Oh, sister. Sister.
Mama! Yoo-hoo!
We're coming!
forgotten about me. He left already. That's okay. I'll just sit here for a moment. And Leonid must have forgotten his winter coat. I should have checked. Well, it's all over now, and I never even had a life to begin with. I'll lie here for a moment. No strength left. Nothing left. Not a thing. You, young, and you're